Hello, my little humans. This is Nopony Special, and I'm back to you with a brand new review of Warp Digivolving Black Agumon and Warp Digivolving Agumon to Black Wargreymon to Wargreymon. Now, my Agumon here that I have purchased has a one piece missing right here. This little horn that's on Black Wargreymon here. So we will be taking a look at how Black Wargreymon changes into Black Agumon and how Agumon changes into Wargreymon. So, to start off this review, we will be taking a look right here at Wargreymon, Black Wargreymon I should say, and we will be changing him into Black Agumon. Now, I will mention that the leg on this figure is a little tight because the seller that I bought it from used some paint here on the leg, this little red here, to get the joints a little bit tighter, and that the arm pieces here do not stick in well for the shoulder pads. They have been worn down over the years, along with the little joints on the head and back shield. But before we get into the evolution of the figure, let's take a look at some articulation. From the back, we have Black Agumon's face, and pretty much that's it. There is no waist swivel joints, but if you're able to move the legs, they can move up and back just barely. No more than the normal movements. You have a 90-degree bend at the knee. You do have 360-degree rotation of the leg, if you're able to keep it in one place. There we go. 360 degrees. We have swivel due to a ball joint. Yes, and we have some side shields that allow us some movements to allow the legs to go out just so far. Just barely under a 45-degree angle. The arms can reach out this far. They can do a 360 degrees, but are blocked by the head, the black shielding in the back. The head does not move. It is solid, stayed on there. The arms do have 360-degree rotation at the elbow. The hands do not move. And they do have a 90-degree bend at the elbow as well, which is done by a ball joint. This figure has a ton of ball joints, but that is it for the movements. Other than you can make his back shield kind of just dance, his little backpack. The horn does not want to stay up. It has no form of locking in. That would have been a nice little feature they could have put in here. But it is what it is. Alright, to transform this guy into Agumon, first thing we're going to have to do is remove him to pull up his shoulder. First thing we're going to have to do, I should state, is to come back here and unhinge his back from this peg here. And we'll go ahead and flip that around right here and now. And now we'll come up here and unhinge his back. We'll move his head up forward and swing his horns down forward. We want to have him facing this here and also have his nose horn placed downward like so. Next we're going to have these arms here, and they move simultaneously on both sides, pulled forward just ever so slightly. Next we're going to knock off part of the head, and we'll put that right back on here. Next we're going to take off the arm, unhinge the arm shield pieces, turn them 180 degrees, sorry, I'm a little bad at math, degrees, on both sides. Once that's done, and we'll move them to the back of the elbow so they're nice back or front, where they're just nice and out of the way. Now once that happens, we want to move these head pieces straight up, and they will fit right here ever so snugly into this little joint. And as you see, Black Wargreymon is now snugly in there. And we'll pop in the other side of the head, and we have a nice head. Next thing we want to do is make sure the arms are up and out of the way while we work on the bottom. Alright, we're going to extend this piece, the little crutch guard, all the way out and pull it up. Down here of the leg guards, we are going to pop them loose from this little peg hole right here and just simply push them up. We're going to do this on both sides, and then we are going to pull the leg shin guards, which eventually become the tail end of the Digimon, like so. Next, we're going to bend these legs at a 90-degree angle, and then pull this down, and where these little holes here will be pegged into these two pegs here and here. We'll line these up right here and right there, and we will hopefully peg them in properly. As you can see, it can be a slight bit difficult due to the shin guards being in the way. Now there is a second joint here on the legs where they will bend downward, and then we flip the switch. We turn the feet 180 degrees facing backwards. You can now push these off to the side, kind of make him look like he's doing a little frog dance. We will place these two pegs into these two holes right here and place them snugly, if I can actually make it snuggle. Make sure it's all pushed in right there, which is becoming a little bit of a pain with Black Wargreymon, which I think might ensue up onto his legs not being properly. Sure, his legs are properly placed 100% together to the center, otherwise it won't allow it to close properly. I do not have this problem with Agumon. The other, after lining and placing it product properly, here we go. We then pull the head down. Next there are these little indentions here on the main body and right here there's these little indentions, divots, indentions and divots that will go together, and we just simply align them exactly where they need to be. Which is a lot simpler than it sounds, because they do not want to go in on both sides, have to be exactly even. There we go. Next we'll take the Black Wargreymon claws and push. They're on a double hinge joint, which release, go upwards, and these claws will go in and peg this peg hole into this peg there. And there we have Agumon's claws. Then we will take the knee guard, this arm guard, and place it right snugly into this. We will place it right snugly right here into this little joint. Sorry about that. And then we will do the same for the other side. Either way you go, that's how it goes. Now this toy does not seem to want to actually lock in as well as its counterpart. And then we straighten up everything And there you have it, Agumon. Well, Black Agumon in this case. For some reason, there are a few differences between the design of the two Agumons. This one seems to want to have a lot more playroom and not want to work its joints well. I'm unaware of what the issue might be. Let's see if I can fix this off camera. You guys hang on and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. The problem was actually with the entire body not fitting properly down here. So, if that happens with your Black Wargreymon or Agumon in this case, just simply push the legs further together here and it should allow this to snap in properly. That will keep it from preventing itself from actually locking itself in. Now once Agumon is in position, we have, or Black Agumon in this case is in position, we have very good puzzability. Now, speaking of puzzability, he does have some slight leg movements. He can extend his leg outwards like this. Same joint rotation. Same ankle movements as before. Same movements in the arms. Except for now the 90-degree angle will actually be hindered by this arm guard here. So it could only go almost, a straight angle. He has slight angle up onto his arm guards. A little bit of head splitting problems. Make sure that's all nice and there. No movements of the head in Agumon. Same with Black Wargreymon. Black Agumon and Wargreymon. BA. We'll just call him BA for now. And yeah. So we will now take a look at Agumon warp Digivolving back into Wargreymon. So this is actually pretty simple, as all the cases are in this case with these toys. First thing we're going to do is push back onto the arms that separates the head from the body onto this joint. Once that happens, we can now pull off the, if the chest doesn't already come off, we can now pull out the chest, separate the body from its sides, straighten out the legs. We want to pull down the shin guards here, the leg guards here. On the back, we want to peg in these holes here, these pegs here on the shin guards, and just place them there. And while holding this, rotate the feet 180 degrees. And just repeat with the other side. Right? Once that's done, you can now fold up the tail. The silver part will fold into itself here, and then into itself again, folding up like so. This will become, well, the crotch plate. These just leave off to the side. Next item of my business is splitting his head. Once that is done, you can now move at this time while pushing his head back. At the same time, you move his arms up into position and they will lock into place. There are peg holes right here. Let's see if we could get that into view. Right here, where the same little peg joints I showed on Black Agumon's arms will go into place. This little piece here, this little peg on the bottom, will go slide directly into this little ovalish peg right here at the bottom here, like so. Doesn't hold in very well, but it's there. You then come around to the back, take the chest plate, move it 180 degrees. We'll take this peg here and place it into this peg hole here. And that will complete the back. Next, we'll unpeg the hands and reveal the claws. The claws will, there are two little peg holes here and here and two little pegs here and here that will go inside each other to hold the claws nice and tight. We will then extend and lock in the claws like so, followed by moving the, unpegging the guard here from the back of the elbow, and then pegging it directly into the shoulder. I'm having trouble remembering words. Then we'll take the center horns and place them upwards. There is a horn that was supposed to go here, and like I said, this one was missing a piece, and that is it. The center horn is missing from this Wargreymon. If I could get a horn replacement, I would, but you can't find those. And I think it's kind of just molded into it. On the other arm, we do the same thing as before, and we lock in. And that's very important to make sure it locks in. After that, you just straighten him up. Make him look forward, stand tall. And there we have it. Agumon, what did you evolve to? Wargreymon. And there we have it. We have Wargreymon. And I have to say, for a 90s toy, he is not bad. And I mean 1999. This is pre-2000 era, and I think the toy version of him actually came out before the actual Warp Digivolution, which happened in 2000. Or 2001. One of the eras. So we now have Black Wargreymon. It was 2000 for Wargreymon. Black Wargreymon didn't come out until about 2001 in the Digimon Season 2. The two guys are now standing side by side. And for comparison, we have Robots in Disguise 2001 Super Optimus Prime. And as we can see, Optimus Prime towers way above Wargreymon. And we also have Robots in Disguise Deluxe Class Prowl. I mean, not Robots in Disguise, movie Prowl Decepticon. I am so sorry, people. I didn't mean to mess that up. There are so many Transformers iterations. As you can see, he is about the size of a deluxe class Transformer. Agumon stands roughly half that size, and he is definitely smaller than a larger, I guess this would be considered a leader class, Optimus Prime. And thanks to the new Digimon Tri movies, Digimon have been getting a nice little comeback, and I am so happy that these are uncensored versions. As you can see, we have Digimon everywhere. This has been Nopony Special. I hope you enjoyed the review, and I will be coming back as soon as I can. And next time, we will be doing a no blind bag review, followed by one other pony review. Catch those back to back, day to day. And this is Nopony Special, finally signing off. And be digital, mates.